Hi, welcome back or welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name is Laura. Hi, hello, welcome. Welcome to day 3 in single shadow week. I am very excited to be bringing you another single shadow video this week. If you are trying not to spend money, you might want to skip this video right now because this is going to be the single shadow brands that are on my radar, aka give me recommendations to these brands because I would like to spend money and buy new indie eyeshadows because I have no self-control. These are just single shadow brands that I am interested in trying. They have been on my radar for a lump sum of time, some much longer than others, but I thought that it would be fun to just kind of do like what's kind of spurring me to want to shop right now. Even though I have no excuse and no reason to shop because I have a lot of beautiful things in my collection. I'll talk about the one where the websites are what's deterring me from wanting to order from them, and kicking that off is 𝙤𝙤𝙘𝙚. Now, I know that there's been like some drama with 𝙤𝙤𝙘𝙚. I don't really know much about it. 𝙤𝙤𝙘𝙚 is beautiful. All the eyeshadows look so beautiful, and I constantly see people with their like wonderful like build your own palettes over on Instagram, and they do like incredible swatch things with their shadows and everything like that. And anytime I go on a 𝙤𝙤𝙘𝙚𝙚's website, I immediately am overwhelmed with the website interface. And maybe I'm just old now, but I don't know why like these companies that don't put things like in color category. I just like to shop by color. I will look at every color, but if it's categorized by like this collection or this collection, and they have like 20 different colors in the collection, like various different colors, not just like hues of green, it's kind of overwhelming. So 𝙤𝙤𝙘𝙚's website is one that has definitely deterred me from wanting to shop it. Divina Cosmetics is another one that had a very similar kind of interface to 𝙤𝙤𝙘𝙚's, where everything is just like categorized by the collection it's in. I took until today, I was today years old when I found out that they actually on Divina's website is a color categorize, like little assortment. And I had no idea that before. The only thing with that though is I noticed that even in there, they'll put like their duo or multi-chromes. If it has like the slight shift to it, they'll categorize it as, I get it, I guess, for a multi-chrome, but also at the same time, I'm like, it's the base pigment that I really am looking for. But maybe that's just my brain and I need to get over myself and just deal with however other companies want to categorize their stuff. But yeah, Divina has some incredible looking shades. I see those in like those BYOPs that people do on Instagram as well, and they always really inspire me. Maybe it's like the black and pink to me just is like very MySpace days. Let me know your recommendations. Maybe there's just too much too that I'm just like it's so many things that I could choose from. So let me know your recommendations for any of these, but specifically Divina, because something about it just I can't find the things that I want myself, I guess. I don't know. The next one that I would say is probably the most boring out of the assortment, it's because I would like to buy more of their matte eyeshadows, and the shimmers don't really excite me, and that is Sydney Grace. And don't come for me. The mattes look incredible. The metallics look really nice if you like more of that traditional metallic formula, where I've just been gravitating towards more like unique and extra sparkly, and the Sydney Grace ones look more subdued than what I like to wear from the day to day. I just like something really sparkly and glittery. If I am wrong and you know that there is like this incredible extra dimensional sparkly beautiful thing that Sydney Grace does make, leave it down in the comments below, because I would truly love to know, because the only thing that really sparks my interest with that brand is the matte eyeshadows, and I have too many matte eyeshadows as it is to justify spending more money on matte eyeshadows when I don't typically finish eyeshadows all that often. I will say the other thing that really sparks my interest, it's like the honorable mention of this video, Sydney Grace's Tiny Marvels palette really does spark my interest. It's just a really beautiful color story. I should actually dupe that because I was looking at the shades and I feel like I have singles and like removable eyeshadow pans and palettes that could give me that same kind of vibe that that palette has. So maybe I'll do that to try to talk myself out of the Tiny Marvels palette. The next brand is one that I haven't looked at like myself too often. I did today because I just wanted to get a little bit of an idea of the brand. But Shine by SD, I am really intrigued by. Again, that is one that I typically see over on Instagram. People will post their BYOPs in these incredibly just immaculately beautiful color stories, and they'll include Sydney Grace mattes and the Shine by SD multi-chromes and dimensional shades, and they always look so unreal beautiful. They're another one that has like the very, to me, it's very chaotic interface for their website where they have it in collections rather than like a color category. I'm a color kind of shopper. I looked at every single category on the Shine by SD because I've never looked at their website before. And their Earthborn collection, I will post a little grab of it here. It looks incredible. It looks so pretty. And then the Reserve collection just looks incredible as well. That one is supposedly very, very sparkly kind of shades, and they just look so shiny and like impactful and dimensional, and they shipped so much, so they just look insane. They just look so cool, and I love recommendations on any of those as well. Next, two brands that I want to try were heavily influenced by Sophie Alexandra. I will have her channel linked down below in the description box. She is another YouTuber who posts a lot of single shadow content. Her videos always inspire me. She's had a couple brands that I've already talked about in those, but also two brands that I'm very intrigued by, and whenever she rolls those in, I get really excited to like see what the shades are that she's selecting, because I'm very intrigued with them now. And that is Pastel Roses and Glam Shop. I am so intrigued. I have not looked at their websites at all for either brand, so I could not tell you a lick of information other than seeing them on Sophie's channel and being very, very drawn to them immediately. But very much by Sophie Alexandra. She is definitely the one that put the spotlight on those two brands for me. So I'm very, very intrigued. So, Sophie, if you're seeing this, any recommendations, as always, leave them in the comments, please. But that is it for the single shadow brands that I want to try. But I'm very interested in more indie brands and seeing what else is out there, especially trying to steer away from more mainstream products, even though I buy all of Natasha Denona's palettes and I have been eyeballing Pat McGrath now that they're at Ulta. Stick around for tomorrow. It's going to be a swatch party of an indie brand over on this channel of all the things that I have from said indie brand. So just stay tuned for that if you want some very ASMR-y kind of content. That'll be tomorrow's video. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day wherever you are, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!